Hi guys, I'm glad you're here to join me for another tutorial regarding the History Day Fair project. Today our focus will be on your actual project. So we've talked about how to get started, we've talked about how to research and how to cite your research, but today we're actually going to talk about what you're going to show me as proof of learning. So we will focus on the different categories, the process paper, and the annotated bibliography once again, although I know we covered it pretty extensively in the research. So your project, now that you understand the rules and the theme for the National History Day, and you have chosen your historical topic, it is time to choose how you want to present your work. So here's a picture of some different examples. So step one, choose a category. So if you are a film fanatic, then I would consider creating a documentary. For the artistic student, maybe do an exhibit. For the literary student, write a paper. For the dramatic student, perform a play. For the tech-savvy student, create a website. So we're going to go through each one of these rather quickly, and again, this is not to take the place of reading the rule book, but these are just kind of the most important aspects. So for those of you who might choose to do a documentary, it says you may create a documentary as an individual or up to 5 students max. That's part of the rules. You may not exceed 10 minutes. You must cite all your resources. That means your images, your music, and your film must be credited at the end of your documentary. So keep that in mind. Oh, and in your annotated bibliography. And then, of course, please introduce yourself. Make sure to state the title of your entry and your name before you play your documentary. For the exhibit, you may create as an individual or up to 5 people, just like the other one. The size limit of an exhibit, is 40 inches wide, 30 inches deep, and 6 feet tall. Your exhibit can include images, maps, and other visual primary sources. And you need to make sure that you cite your sources. All quotes and images must be credited on the board and in your annotated bibliography. For those who choose to write a paper, this is for the individual only. Obviously, you can't write a paper with more than one person. Traditional papers and various types of creative writing are permitted. Papers must be between 1,500 and 2,500 words. Make sure you include the word count on the title page. It's very important. We'll talk more about that later. All quotes and ideas must be credited in your paper and your annotated bibliography. And this caused some trouble for a few students because they might credit something in one area and not the other. So make sure you credit in both areas for all your projects. For those that choose to do a performance, you may perform an individual skit or in a group of up to 5 students. Your performance may not go longer than 10 minutes. Have fun creating your costumes, your set and props, but remember, simple is often best. And don't forget to introduce yourself. Make sure to say the title of your entry and your name before you begin performing. And websites. Websites, again, can be created individually or in a group of up to 5 students. You must create your website using nhd.weebly.org. The websites may include multimedia clips, but the total running time cannot exceed 4 minutes. So keep that in mind. Cite your sources. All images, film, and music used must be credited on the website and, once again, in your annotated bibliography. All right, so now to the process paper. So this is very, very important. All categories except historical paper. So those of you who are writing a paper do not need to have a process paper, but every one of you who are not writing a paper has to have this. Must include a process paper with your project. It must be 500 or fewer words and include the following 4 sections explained. Remember that, explained. So you need to tell me in 500 words or less how you chose your topic, how you conducted your research, how you selected your presentation category and created your project, how your project relates to the NHD theme. Okay, annotated bibliography. I know we covered it in greater detail in the last on the research tutorial, but I'm going to quickly cover it here. So, number 1, an annotated bibliography is again required for all categories. It must include sources of visual and audio materials or oral interviews. Bundle the photos or other materials from the same collection in a single citation. The annotations for each source must explain how you use the source and how it helped you understand your topic. And your annotated bibliography is not, I repeat, not included in the word count. All right, so once again, you've got this. It's due Friday, December 7th. We'll talk in class about it in October, but I will not give you any class time to work on this project. This is something that is required for you to do outside of school hours, other than, of course, coming to me in the mornings and then asking me questions in the day, of course. But I just won't give you class time to actually work on it. All right, I'm so looking forward to seeing what you end up doing. I wish you the best, and I'll see you soon.